Good morning, everybody. Good afternoon, good evening. How y'all doing? How's it going? Welcome to me and Banjo's weekly tarot card video. I hope y'all are doing well. I hope this video finds y'all good. Oh, Banjo. He's chilling on the bed there. Anyway, I got a little rain candle going. It's, I'm not sure the brand, but it's supposed to be a rain scent. It rained this morning. For the majority of this morning, it's like 11:15, 11:20 a.m. over here in San Antonio, Texas. I got like a little bit of a headache, but just a little one. It's like on the top of my head and my right nostril area. So, very unusual for me to have a headache. But I've been drinking a lot of coffee. So maybe I'm just a bit dehydrated. I don't know. We'll see. But don't worry. Fear not. I got my 64-ounce tanker. This is lemonade, but it's water. So, anyway, got the Crow Tarot today. That's what we're doing. I got my sketchbook, my pencils sharpened. What else? I kind of have the same setup, but I kind of rearranged a little bit of stuff here. I still have my birdhouse. It's just a little bit out of viewing, but maybe you can see in the, here it is. You can see in the reflection of this picture frame. A painting that's a really cool painting. It was at the Briscoe. I don't think it's there anymore. Yeah, this is a really cool painting. It's just a printout of the painting. I don't know if I've ever showed y'all this. So my mom got the frame, and it's a red moon, blood moon, orange moon, and the night sky and some travelers there. So, in person, this painting is really cool. Me and my mom both loved it. Hence why she got the print in the gift shop, the Briscoe Museum gift shop, which we used to pay $10 for parking. Not the parking garage right across the street, but there's an open parking lot just a little bit down the street. Parking prices have increased. It used to be $10. We walk down the street, and then my mom used to be a member there. She's not anymore. Anyway, I digress. Anyway, if you want to go in the Briscoe, it's in a cool location, close to the Riverwalk, close to the restaurants, close to shopping. It's even close to a hotel. I forget which hotel it is. Goodness me, Joe. So yeah, the Briscoe's in a cool location. Well, there's I guess two hotels that are next to the Briscoe. You can, if you don't mind walking, you can do a little walking and walk to the Lovelock Bridge that's next to the San Fernando and the courthouse. One of the courthouses, I think it's county courthouse, Bexar County Courthouse. It's just really, it's a recognizable building just because of the color of the brick, the architecture of it. So there's several things in that area in the Briscoe, which I think is a cool area in downtown San Antonio. But yeah, this painting in person is really spectacular to see. So I'm glad that my mom got it. got the printout in the gift shop that they have. What else? I got my makeup. It's hard to tell right now, but my look today is a maybe sunburnt. I got was in the sun too long kind of look. So maybe even I got a chemical peel. I put my blush here and on my forehead. It's kind of hard to tell. Let's see if I can get better lighting. Oh yeah, now you can tell. My sunburn or a chemical peel. The lighting is never really that great, but you know. What else is new? Anyway, so that being said, the downtown San Antonio, I recommend the Briscoe. I'm not sure if it's a nonprofit or not. I know SAMA's a nonprofit. But SAMA's a lot different than the Briscoe for lots of reasons. And one of the reasons is, well, not one of the reasons is they're both close to the Riverwalk, so that's cool. But SAMA's like it's a really big museum. The Briscoe has like a separate building, but as far as the amount of art and the area in which that art can be displayed, SAMA's a lot bigger. I think it's got 4 stories, SAMA. It's got an East Tower and West Tower. That area is really changed up over by SAMA too. SAMA's more close to the Pearl. So if you're in San Antonio and you hear about the Pearl, there's the Pearl. There's it's a shopping center and a lot of restaurants there, but there's also living spaces, living complexes, apartments. I think one of them has like an interesting name, like something plant, or I don't know. But they are expanding at the Pearl. But anyway, I think SAMA is a you have to pay for parking at the Pearl now too. But anyway, SAMA I think has a lot more stuff going on. Like they have a lot more field trips. There's like I think there's even like yoga on like Saturday or Sundays at SAMA. That's just not something that you see at the Briscoe. One, because there's no space for it. And yeah. Anyway, that's my little talk about the 2 museums downtown. There are several more museums downtown, but anyway, that's where this is from. Like I said, I don't think this painting is shown at the Briscoe any longer. It was in like a special exhibit section, which is you have to cross a bridge to get into a different building for that. And there's been several other exhibits there. Oh, you know what? The Briscoe does have, I haven't been there, but I think there's like this courtyard kind of area there where there can be like little parties and stuff, which is quite similar to SAMA in that regard. Anyway, I'm going to take a sip of coffee and then go ahead and get this tarot card video going. 1 second. Okay, got my sip of coffee. Alright, I was thinking about maybe moving out just a little bit here. Okay, I guess that's as good as it's gonna get. I was thinking about maybe doing the Crow Tarot. What do you think? Crow Tarot? Crow Tarot it is. Thanks for your input. And if you had a different input, my apologies. Maybe next video. Maybe. We'll see. Anyway. So the Crow Tarot has 6, 7, 8 cards, I think. Haven't done the Crow Tarot spread in a while. So I think it should be interesting. And just to recap, what I like about the Crow Tarot is I like the layout of it, where the certain cards are, their placement in the reading. My mom's watching a TV show. I hope y'all can't hear it. I hope I don't get a copyright flag on this video. My door is closed. It's the most I can do. Anyway. Oh gosh, I gotta sneeze 1 second. My headache is gonna leave with a sneeze. 1 second. Okay, sorry about that. Okay, so yeah, what I like about the Crow Tarot is I like the layout of the cards. I like the external openings or uninvited energy. I think that's very interesting element to a tarot spread. So yeah. So we can go ahead and get started. And of course, if we were in the same space, I would say I would extend the opportunity for y'all to shuffle the cards however you'd want. So. Okay. Oh, and one more thing about the parking is I mentioned it, and also what I want to emphasize is it's like a company. It's that is for the parking. Last time Tracy and I went downtown to walk around, we ended up at Voodoo Donuts. But anyway, I think the parking is like a certain company, or there might be several companies, but the place where we were at, it was one company. I know Sama didn't used to pay for parking, and when you're a member, you don't have to pay for parking. But when I used to go to that museum, I don't anymore. Maybe we'll see an invite maybe in our tarot card, your tarot card reading. But the thing with the parking is it's a certain company. So as far as the city making money and revenue off of parking and increased parking prices, I wonder how that goes. But yeah, Sama has a parking company now. Oh no, Tracy goes to work today. My mom just texted me 1 second. Okay, so it turns out Tracy works at 1 today, and I don't think I'll be just you here. I might have to pick her up at 5 during the 5 o'clock traffic. So anyway. I just thought she didn't work today because usually she works at like 9 or 10. So it's quite unusual, infrequent. She works at 1 p.m. So, um, anyway. So yeah, that's the parking situation. I'm wondering how that benefits the city, especially among this increased parking prices and increased rules about um, where people can park. Okay, I'm ready to start. This video looks a little tilted here. All right. Heart energy. Past as a platform to the future, or present as a platform for the future. Advice or something holding us back. Hopes and fears. Grounding energy. Past. External openings. And the future. Okay. So, the external openings in the future may be a little not in viewing, but let's just go with it. It is what it is. Okay. So, our heart energy today is the Seven of Swords. This is really interesting. This heart energy, it can be something that's permanent, or it can be something that's taken a hold of our heart energy and therefore impermanent. So, well, this is not good. This is a trickster. This crow is trying to get this stash of swords here and taking whatever he can get. So there may be some deceit going on. But this card is a warning. It says if you're the person who's trying to be deceitful, your plans are going to fall through. So this is very interesting. We have this Seven of Swords for our heart energy today. Heart energy is usually cups and water. So this is a bit interesting here. So maybe a bit of detachment. Whoever it is trying to take what they can get. And this kind of seems like you say, well, what are the motivations there, right? It's not to be the ruler of all, right? If you happens to leave some swords, it's okay. So I guess the motivations of this trickster crow, this deceitful trickster crow, I think is probably might be something to focus on. And with the heart, it's in our heart energy. So I'm thinking that things can get personal. Maybe not so much for this deceitful trickster crow, but probably for us. I think it's really interesting, again, this air element instead of the water element. So this sort of detachment, I guess, can be for both the antagonist and protagonist. and the detachment, the motivations for the detachment, and why that's there. I think is probably something that could be focused on. Okay, so let's see our present as a platform for our future. The reverse death card. Um, a water element. I think we got this card last week. Um, it's very interesting, this reverse death. There's this, I guess, this lack of, or this, I guess, inability to move forward. And when I mean move forward, I mean like in growth and development, not necessarily being able to do things. And so, yeah, I think it's very interesting. This one's a water element. So let's see here. Yeah, water element. Yeah, it's basically not reaching your full potential. This reversed death card here. So, obviously, that's interesting. Especially considering usually somebody reaching their full potential, it could have something to do with us, but most of the time it has something to do with that individual person, right? You can talk about external influences. That probably could be a conversation to be had. But considering this deceitful crow in our heart energy, what's that expression? You can lead a horse to water, but you can't make him drink. So I think it's this full potential, and somebody can have the appearance of societal norms of reaching a full potential type situation, when in reality, internally speaking, that's not so. And maybe then something can be done about that. That could be hindering somebody else's full potential. I don't know. But as far as reaching full potential, it's very much with the individual, right? You can have like the best support system around you, but if that individual doesn't want to reach their full potential for whatever reason, I doubt that that's going to happen. So far, not a very good tarot card spread. Let's see where this goes. Hopefully a little bit more positive. Oh no. Are y'all ready for a challenging time? The advice and solution, or something holding us back, which in this case I would say holding us back, but yeah, is the reversed King of Pentacles. This King of Pentacles reversed does not have a heart of gold. So I think this is very interesting. This King of Pentacles reversed is way more in tune and concerned with how things look, and not really with what things are. So this is very interesting, especially considering we started with the Seven of Swords here. The Seven of Swords is like, there's not really much authority there, right? So somehow we went from the Seven of Swords to the most kind of authority, the King of Pentacles. I think all suits have a lot of authority to them, the kings and queens and knights. But the Pentacles is the last suit. I guess kind of like if you're with a regular deck of cards, it's like the spades. It's wands, cups, swords, and then pentacles. Um, so somehow this little Seven of Swords crow has led us to this King of Pentacles here. Kind of like a straight shot there. We don't really need to have all these twists and turns. If a goal of ours was to reach the absolute problem and issue of whatever's going on here, which I think can be characterized as not reaching full potential. So yeah, this reverse King of Pentacles is the opposite of a heart of gold, and way more concerned about how things look than what they are. And I think is very interesting as far as how this tarot card spread looks with this reverse death card. So yeah, let's keep going. We've got Temperance as our hopes and fears today. This is a really good card. Obviously, these are our hopes and probably the fears of this reversed King of Pentacles here. This Temperance is a fire element, and even though it's got the cups, right? This Temperance card is about purity and I guess non-violence, and being able to mix elements together, whether they be concepts, elements, people, ideas, so on and so forth. Mix them together and have things work out, basically. So this is really good. We have a little halo and some wings here. Major Arcana deck card. So yeah. Our first pleasant card of the spread. Let's see what our grounding energy is. The reverse Eight of Pentacles. This is a very hard-working, disciplined, dedicated, and focused crow. He's made these other 6 pentacles, and he's on his way to the 7th, working on the 7th and 8th pentacles, making sure no detail is left behind. This reversed Eight of Pentacles, as your tarot card reader, it indicates that there's a forging a unique path. Even though there's a lot of discipline and focus, which a lot of the times kind of denotes going down a tried and true pathway. This reversed Eight of Pentacles indicates that there's unique ways of doing things. So that's our grounding energy. So a very interesting spread here today. I would say our lower chakras and our upper chakras are very harmonious, very balanced. If we have any imbalance, it's probably in our 3rd and 4th and maybe even 5th chakra, because of the swords, our communication too. So basically the trunk of the body, we seem to have an imbalance in our chakras there. And again, in a very personal kind of way, it's not every day we have this Death card and King of Pentacles show up at the same time. So, I think it's very interesting. We have this Eight of Pentacles beneath this Seven of Swords card. This deceitful crow who doesn't really have any specific motivations other than trying to get away with deceit. There's nothing specifically motivating this crow other than, again, just being deceitful. Taking what they can get, and if something gets left behind, it really doesn't matter. Their content level is okay because they were able to take what they can get. So I think it's very interesting, this Eight of Pentacles crow working very diligently and making the pentacles is right there beneath this deceitful crow. So I would say this grounding energy, this unique path way of doing things is beyond the reach of this reversed death card, Seven of Swords, and reversed King of Pentacles, which I think is very interesting. And to make things even better for us, tipping the scales, I guess, in our favor, we have this upright temperance card for our hopes and fears as the head of the crow. So whatever's going on with this middle part of the crow, we're still able to have an internal compass. If there's any sort of peer pressure or any sort of I don't know, mind games. I say mind games, but I'm describing something when I say that. Something that's like maybe trying to convince somebody to change their thought process, their thought patterns, and how they look at things. Maybe even to the point of what's bad is good and stuff like that. So whatever's happening there, which I think is a dead end, a no end, there's a definite ending, a no end, and also to further describe a definite sort of ending there. And whatever it is that's going on there, we're gonna be, our headspace is gonna be protected and unchanged with any kind of deceit and I say mind games, but I'm having a hard time thinking of another way to describe what I'm thinking of. But yeah, so let's see what we got in our past. We got the Emperor upright. Got a lot of masculine energy here, which is, I would say, confrontation. I'm not saying feminine energy isn't confrontation, but maybe just in a different way. And again, when I say masculine and feminine, I just mean in a kind of a yin yang way, in a tarot way, in a sun versus moon way. So what I'm saying is, if you're listening, I could be describing a female, even though there's a lot of masculine messaging in these cards, and vice versa and all that. But anyway, we have the Emperor in the past, which is you see him, he's got a little chair and very sturdy in the mountains here. As far as opulence goes and like the King of Pentacles, this is a bit fancy, right? He's got a fancy red velvet chair with a gold ram and gold sidings for his chair. And he's, I guess there's with the feet on the ground and the head in the clouds type of balance and situation. So as far as our past goes, we have a very strong past. Um, there's the description in the book says kind of like a father-like quality. Um, in this Crow Tarot, that's the Empress has like a mother-like quality, and the Emperor has a father-like quality. So I just want to throw that out there. Um, and again, take that for what you will with what I just said. The masculine and feminine. Uh, I think you might have a different conversation when you're talking about something other than tarot. But as far as your tarot card reader, and as far as tarot, me reading your tarot cards, this masculine energy is a little bit more sun, a little bit more outward personality, how you present yourself in the world and interact in the world. Um, so this is a really great card to get. Um, and might have something to do with our grounding energy. If I had to group these cards together, I'd say this past has something to do with this reverse Eight of Pentacles and this Temperance card. Especially if we have a very deceitful crow here, willing to take whatever they can get, not really motivated by anything specific, or any kind of specific career. It's a sword, not a pentacle. Even though we do have the King of Pentacles here, which Pentacles is the Earth element. Jobs, career, money, apprenticeship, luxury. I think the Emperor is also an Earth element too, denoted by the ram head. Even though you do see a sword. Yeah, it's a sword too. So as far as full potential goes, I would say that would not be a concern of ours. I think this Emperor card, and I would say Empress too, but today it's the Emperor card, which is a masculine card, is about, one second. Okay, I just read the description. Sorry about that. Gypsy was at the door. But I took the time to read the description in the book. And this is actually a fire element. Very interesting. I think maybe the Empress is the earth element. But anyway, so we actually have a fire element here. And this is about being a leader, a fearless leader, which often goes with the fire element. The description says about how crows pass knowledge of protection and how to defend oneself through their DNA to other crows. So I guess that's kind of a message here. We have in the past the knowledge and wisdom needed to protect ourselves in whatever situation we might find ourselves in. And I guess I'll see you on part 2.